What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to the Meridian Dynasty here on NCAA Football 06. And last time out, well, let's just not talk about what happened last time. Let's look towards the future, which is not looking much brighter considering we're playing the number one team in the nation, the USC Trojans. What's more, we're also facing the number one team in the nation without our best offensive lineman in Roberto Ramirez. Ramirez doesn't seem to take the voluntary workouts as seriously as he should. He was not only late on more than one occasion, but he also left early each time. Well, that's going to give him 1 game suspension. And then Billy Mantis, one of our tight ends, has not made it to a mandatory workout session and doesn't seem to care when approached about this matter. This is not something that is tolerated. Okay, considering we just got blown out and Texas just hung up 80 points on us, I think that the team should probably be prioritizing working out a little bit more than they are. So yes, both of these guys are going to be suspended for the game. That's just straight up unacceptable. But it doesn't really matter because we're probably going to get smashed in this game any damn ways. So let's get this over with. And already it starts. I can't get these kickoffs consistently enough, to say the very least. So USC going to start off with great field position at the 35. They're going to pitch it to Reggie Bush, but he is shut down in the backfield. Nice tackle there by Montgomery. So now 2nd and 14, hand off to Bush. He's running an option of sorts. He's able to get a few yards back. Bird able to bring him down there. Now 3rd and 8, Leinart going to throw it deep, and he finds Reggie Bush. He's into Meridian territory up to the 42-yard line. Now 1st and 10. Matt Leinart has nobody in the backfield, steps up, throws over the middle, and he finds Reggie Bush once again. Bush inside the red zone up to about the 17. Now 2nd and 10. Hand off to Bush. He is stuffed. Nice tackle there by Anderson. That's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Leinart going to drop back. Looking down the field, throws left side. It's nearly intercepted by Jay Washington, but instead it's incomplete. And the Trojans will settle for a 35-yard field goal, which they will sink. So USC with a 3-0 lead. So USC with the kickoff, and it looks like they caught the horrible kicking disease from me as they kick this one straight out of bounds. So Meridian gets the ball at the 35, up to the 50 now, and Richard Darwin going nowhere. He is stuffed. Loses a few yards. Now 2nd and 16. Dan Foley going to drop back. And he's going to be brought down for the sack. Just held onto it way too long. Brown able to get him back there. So now 3rd and 30 for the Nighthawks. Foley just going to yeet this one. And he's intercepted by Peterson. So a nice little arm punt there. USC up to the 34. At least that wasn't a pick six or a punt return touchdown. So now 3rd and 6 for the Trojans. Leinart under pressure, gets it away over the middle. Thomas has to dive for it. He's short of the 1st down marker, but USC going to go for it here. Leinart going to swing it over to Bush, and Bush is going to outrun Tautofi. Tautofi didn't even stand a chance there. Touchdown USC. They go up 10-0. And it looks like we're going to have a bad time from here. 3rd and 14. Foley going to drop back. He yeets it down the field, and DJ South can't hold on to it. Incomplete, and Meridian goes 3 and out. So now USC with the ball at the 46 after a decent enough punt from Ray McRiff. Lilly going to make the catch, gets out of bounds. So now 2nd and 2 from the 38. Play fake to White. Leinart throws, and he went to Jarrett. Dwayne Jarrett going to get up to the 16-yard line. This is a new set of downs for the Trojans. Now 1st and 5 after an encroachment call. Leinart going to throw across his body, and it works out as Simon makes the grab. It's a new set of downs for the Trojans as we end the 1st quarter. USC up 10-0 and looking to score again. So 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. Leinart going to drop back, throws over the middle, and nearly intercepted by Rory Bird. And it falls to the turf. USC settles for 3. And this time they're going to kick it, and then Andrade Edwards just fumbles it. Takes it out of the end zone, which wasn't smart, and he is brought down at the 8-yard line. So Meridian now in safety territory, and Foley going to be brought down for the sack. The pocket just collapsed, and boy, do they miss Roberto Ramirez today. Now 3rd and 16. Foley going to hand it off to Darwin. He just barely gets out of the end zone. And USC gets down the field very quickly after the punt, and Leinart going to throw to Lilly. Washington gets confused there, and Lilly into the end zone for the touchdown. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to get ugly from here. 2nd and 5, Foley with the play fake. Over the middle finds Jacob Hill, so there's a highlight for the Nighthawks. First down Meridian, now 2nd and 10. Foley going to drop back. Looking down the field, and it's caught by Jacob Hill. He's up to the 45-yard line, so Jacob Hill making some plays. I know John Jake's going to be happy about that. Now Foley going to yeet this one, and it's intercepted by Peterson for the 2nd time. There was a holding call against Meridian, but obviously USC is going to decline that. So now the Trojans looking to add more points here. 1st and 10, Leinart going to drop back. He is hit hard by Montgomery. Coughs up the rock, and Houston picks it up. So now the Nighthawks have the ball at the USC 32. Maybe they can avoid being shut out here. Foley looking down the field, throws it, and it's tipped away, incomplete. And now Meridian going to go for it on 4th and 4, not quite in field goal range here. Foley looking down the field, and South couldn't hold on to it, incomplete. And unfortunately, Meridian does nothing with the turnover, so now USC with the ball. 2:31 to go in the half. Leinart going to throw right side, caught by Simon. I don't know who was covering him, but he didn't do a very good job, to say the very least. But first down, Trojans. Now 3rd and 9. Leinart just going to yeet this one, and he overthrows his intended target. That was Simon he was throwing to. USC actually goes 3 and out. So now Meridian has a chance to do something here, but Foley just holds the ball for way too long. And that's Carlo Ambrossetti, my middle linebacker in the FGFL. Big ups to him on getting the sack there. So now Ray McWiff going to punt this away. And it's actually a pretty good punt. So I got to show the highlights where I can show him at this point. But that was a pretty good punt. Kind of out-punted his coverage, but Bush gets up to the 41. Now counterplay Reggie Bush. Getting some nice blocks down the field. Nice juke move there. He's going to pick up the first down. Reese Spencer able to bring him down at the 30. USC would settle for a field goal before the half to make it 23-0. And it is right on the money. An ugly first half for Meridian finally comes to a close. USC up 23-0 as we head into the second half. Just to show you how bad the first half was for Meridian, USC had more points than Meridian had total yards in the first half. But here's to having a better second half as Foley drops back, throws off his back foot, and DJ South slides for the ball to get his first reception of the game. So now 2nd down, Darwin going to run over a defender, and he picks up the first down up to the 45. So now things are looking a little promising for Meridian. They're not completely out of the game. They're just completely outmatched, and then DJ South drops the freaking pass. Well, that's kind of how this game has gone so far anyways. Now 3rd and 10, and the ball just smacked right into the face of Foley as he threw it, so the drive stalls out. So here's Reggie Bush getting blown up in the backfield, so the defense actually makes a good play. We haven't seen a whole lot of those today. Now 2nd and 14, Leinart with the play fake, going to dump it off to Lilly. Lilly going to get into Meridian territory, and here we go again, folks. USC about to do work here. Leinart going to check down to Jarrett. Irving couldn't make the play there, and then Irving decides to bring him down by his face mask. That's a 15-yarder and an automatic first down, so thank you so much, you son of a gun. Leinart over the middle to Thomas. He's going to burn the Meridian defense, and yes, Stewie, this defense sucks. 30-0 USC, and we just cannot freaking compete. So Foley gonna throw left side. It's completed to South, so Foley is actually not doing a horrible job of quarterback. I mean, I would like to see what else we have on the roster as far as quarterbacks go, especially if we're going to be bad this year, which we obviously already are, but there is a completion there over the middle to the South. Foley 6 of 20, 2 interceptions. He's just having a bad time. And Meridian 0 for 7 on 3rd downs, and then is tipped into the air, intercepted by Peterson for a 3rd time in this game. It is just getting bad. I don't really know what else to say. It is just getting really bad. Leinart over the middle to Simon. He's going to be stopped short of the first down marker, but it's going to be 2nd and inches. Leinart going to drop back under pressure, and he's brought down for the sack. Lindsey Show gets back there, so the senior making a few plays here and there. Now 3rd and 5 for the Trojans, who are actually only 1 for 5, I think that said, on 3rd downs, and now they're 2 for 6. But then Jarrett going to cough it up. Simon there to pick it up for him, however. So Meridian nearly gets a break there, but it doesn't work in their favor. And then Bush steps out of bounds after a 5-yard gain. That's going to lead to a 2nd and 5. And here's the handoff to Bush. going to be stopped just short of the first down marker. Now 3rd and 2. Leinart with the play fake. The Meridian defense bites on it. Throws it to Lilly, and it bounces off Lilly into the hands of Garner. And that's just kind of been our luck today so far. 37-0 Trojans. So now here's Henry into the game. Matt Henry, his first drop back doesn't work out very well. He's brought down for the sack. And that's how we end the 3rd quarter. USC up 37-0. And we're heading into the 4th quarter now, and I just want this game to be over at this point. LenDale White in the game now, and he's showing off a little bit of boogie. LenDale White's more of the power back between him and Reggie Bush, but he shows off a little boogie there. And now White going to run the option, but he's going to take it himself and get into the end zone for the touchdown. It's 44-0 now. And, you know, that's like the one bad thing about there not being super sim in this game. You can't just sim the game when you want to sim it. Like usually in the newer games, you can just sim the game as Henry throws an interception there. But no, in the older PS2 games, you just had to play the game the whole way through. Doesn't matter how much you're losing by. You just got to play it the whole way through. You could do CPU versus CPU, but I'd rather play the entire game and just take the L. And then they're going to run a little nifty end-around type play, and they get the first down. And that's something I want to add to my arsenal, honestly. I mean, we just got to add all the trick plays that we can at this point. Goodman going to throw to Garner, who picks up the first down. Now, I did think that Bradley LaFleur was going to be the backup this year, but I guess they redshirted him. And Garner just goes full Superman into the end zone for the touchdown. It's 51-0 USC. Meridian does nothing with the ball. So now here's LenDale White. He's going to rush in for his 2nd touchdown of the game. Man, what can you really say at this point? Logan Roberts in the game now. He's going to throw it left side. And it's tipped and it's intercepted by Parham. Or Parham, however you say his name. He's going to take it back to the Heezy anyways. So his name's going to be in the paper regardless. So I guess it doesn't really matter how you pronounce his name. But it's 65-0. Roberts still in the game. Checks down. It's intercepted by Wendell. And he's going to take it back for a pick 6. It's getting really bad now. 72-0. And then USC would get the ball one more time. Goodman going to throw it to Garner. He's going to run it in for the touchdown. If we can't stop him, I can't really complain about them running up the score. Final would be 79-0. And that was rough, to say the very least. That was rough. So, Dan Foley, 6 of 22, 66 yards and 3 picks. Logan Roberts threw 2 picks. Henry threw 1 pick. Jake LaFleur did come into the game, but at that point I didn't really feel like showing the highlights, so I'm sorry, procrastinator, if you're watching this. For what it's worth, Wes Smith led the team in rushing with 11 yards on 3 carries, but, I mean, the team finished with negative rushing yards, so that's not saying a lot. Jacob Hill had 4 catches for 50 yards. DJ South had 3 catches for 29 yards. And Andrade Edwards had a few drops. Rough game all around for the offense and obviously for the defense as well. But a few bright spots here and there. Greg Montgomery did have 2 tackles for a loss. Titofi and Montgomery each had a sack. So you had a few people do a few things, but overall the game kind of ended how I expected it to. I mean, you're playing USC. Matt Leinart had 4 touchdowns, 17 of 24 throwing for 248 yards, so a hell of a game for him. Goodman threw 2 more touchdowns. Reggie Bush even threw a pass that didn't work out very well for him. LenDale White had 2 touchdowns, 55 yards on 3 carries. Reggie Bush actually didn't have that great of a game rushing the football, but receiving-wise, it was a whole different ball game. Bush had 76 yards and a touchdown on 4 catches. Teddy Gardner, the tight end, had 48 yards and 3 touchdowns on 5 catches. Lilly had a touchdown as well. Dwayne Jarrett, 4 catches, 51 yards. So, just a hell of a game for them all together. Carlo Ambrosetti had 2 tackles for a loss and a sack in this game. And again, we were lucky to get that touchdown against Texas, but honestly, these 2 games have mainly gone how I expected them to go. I didn't expect us to compete with Texas or USC, especially with all the weapons both teams have. So we got these 2 losses out of the way. Now let's try to contend as we take on Colorado State next video. Colorado State is our final non-conference game of the year. They're sitting at 1-1 on the season. They beat Colorado, but I forget who they played in their second game, but they lost that game. So they're going to come into this game very motivated to beat a weak Meridian team, and they definitely should be heavily favored in this game. That's going to do it for this video. Let me know in the comments section how you feel about all the new sound effects that I'm putting in my videos more consistently now. I used to do them when I did the live com videos a few years ago, but now we're going to get them back into the videos just to kind of make them a little more lively, just because my voice can't always be like super loud just because of my current living situation. But let me know how you feel about them. Let me know if you want to hear more of them throughout the game or less of them. Just let me know. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you guys hit that like button for more of the Meridian Dynasty. And if you want to see more franchise and Dynasty content from this channel, make sure you guys hit that sub button. And if you want to join the notification gang and get notified every time I upload a new video, make sure you guys hit that bell and turn it to all. That is going to do it for this video, guys. This has been Kaz from Craniac Gaming. You guys have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day, night, or whenever you're watching this. Like I always say, no matter what happens, make sure you keep that mofo rolling. I love y'all 3000. I'm Audi 5000. Deuces.